block, I'm banging out that Nina. I feel like John Cena, all my diamonds Aquafina.
Okay, what is up? I'm sorry I've been leaving you guys sort of like out of everything. I haven't recorded in a while. I didn't show you guys a lot of pole vault videos. I didn't, even on my main channel, I'm not recording that much. I think the last thing I recorded was about my brother cutting his hair, and it's to the point where I need to cut his hair again. That's an indicator that it's been a while since I've actually talked to you guys. The reason is I've been focusing on school, which is kind of important. I've been trying to get it to the point where I gotta wear this thing. I mean, I bought it, might as well wear it one day and then never wear it again. So, gotta work on that. But today we're gonna be talking about
pole vault.
Pole vaulting.
What'd you say?
Pole vaulting.
The what?
Everything pole vault.
Pole vault?
The pole vault.
The pole vault?
Just get over actual bars, you know what I'm saying?
and then maybe soon I'll get some more vlogs on my regular channel. But today, I guess I'll catch you guys up since it's been a while since I've recorded. I haven't recorded like it's been a good number of meets that I haven't recorded at all. If I do any more meets, because the season's over for me, I'll get into that in a second. If I do record any more meets, they won't be for my school, they'll be for a club that I'm trying to jump for. That club is actually helping me out a lot, and I've only been one day. And this happened that one day. I guess I'll catch you guys up on that in a second. I'm gonna go back to... So I ended up going to regionals. I was good enough to go to regionals. At regionals, I got second, meaning I qualified to go to sectionals. There are two sectionals. At my sectional, there was a lot of good people. At the other sectional, there was good people too, but the lowest guy who qualified for state, I think he jumped 10 feet or 10.6. I was at my sectional on the other hand, and I PR'd with 12 feet, but you know, that wasn't good enough to be in the top 8 to go on to state. But the other sectionals with the 10 or 10.6 was top 8, I guess, in his meet. Pretty much, I didn't make top 8 in my sectional, so I didn't make it. There was a coach who's been talking to me for a while, and he's been trying to get me to go to his club, and I finally went one day. I finally went Sunday? I went yesterday, which is Sunday. I don't even know what day today is. I'm really off track. I know today's Monday. It's April 29th, 30th? I'm not sure. But basically, I went to his camp. I didn't have my original pole that I use at school. If you guys have seen that new pole video that I think I posted. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about jumping onto a new pole. So cue this intro real quick.
Blood, sweat, and respect. The first two you give, the last one you earn. Let's get out and earn it.
That pole was good. It was 13.6, but it was like a flex 5.7 or something. I honestly don't know what flex means. I know it just determines how much you can actually bend the pole. But it was 170 and I liked it. It worked for a little bit. It was hard to get on the pole. It was hard to go up in poles. It's always gonna be hard to go up in poles. I ended up getting on that pole, and then I kept jumping on it until the point where it supported me, but it didn't give me that boost to go up into the air. So, you know, I just sort of capped at 12 feet. It was actually really hard to get that 12 feet, but I sort of capped there. So that was Saturday. I hit that 12 feet at sectionals, did not qualify for state. Then I was like, you know what, let me see what this other coach has to offer. Let me go see his club. So I go to his club, and he puts me on, since I didn't have my pole that I used, that I just told you guys about, they had poles to offer. They had poles there. I ended up using this one other guy's pole who I guess he brought it and he just leaves it there since he goes there. He's been going there for a while. His pole was a 14-foot, 1 inch. It was like a flex 16 or something. I don't know what that means compared to the 5.7. It was a 175, so you know it's gonna be stiffer, it's gonna be taller, it's gonna be stronger than the pole I was using already. So I got on the runway. They told me, well, before I got on the runway, we did a whole bunch of other stuff, We worked on turning, which is my biggest problem, is turning and getting inverted. We worked on all of it with ropes. We worked on, I don't know, there's this thing where it's sort of like two bars that sit behind you, and you put your hands on them, and you sort of do like a leg raise, and then you get inverted, like while you're on that thing. We worked on that for a while. I did some handstands, and then it's like a drill where you do handstands, and then you turn, and then you fall over a bar. So we worked on that for a little bit, and then we ended up getting on the runway. So I had this new pole. I was kind of scared for good reasons. I was scared. So I started running, and they tell me that I dropped the pole too quick. If you're not a pole vaulter, you probably don't know what that means, but when you're running down the runway, you have to slowly drop the pole. Like if this is my pole, I run with it straight up, which is probably bad. I should start like right here. I should hold the pole like sort of like an angle, and then you drop it into the box as you run. So you just start here and you run and you drop into the box. What I would do is I would start really high. I would lower it slowly, and then it'd be like too late, so I have to drop it quick, and they said that makes me focus on it too much. So basically I worked on that. And so the first time I get onto the runway, the first time I actually run down and try to put it into the box, I get rejected. Obviously I'm on a bigger pole, I'm still learning to use it. It was a lot more than I expected, a lot more kick, a lot more kinetic energy. I don't know, I couldn't handle it at first, and it threw me back, and I landed on the runway. One foot landed on the runway. It's an indoor area, so my other foot, my spikes on, landed on the cement. The cement and the metal colliding, I guess it made my foot slide, so it felt like I was on ice, and my foot just slid from underneath me, and my knee bashed against the cement. That wasn't too bad, plus my adrenaline was pumping. It hurts now, but my adrenaline was going. I don't know, a boy. So I just ate that. I ate that, got back on the runway, went again. This time I wasn't so lucky. There was a 14-foot bungee. There was a 14-foot bungee going across. I probably went about 13 feet because I could see that my foot was over it, but my body was not over it. Let's say this is the bungee and this is me. I run, I swing up, and I realized, oh shit, I'm not even close to it. And I sort of flip over, and I come straight back down. If you're a pole vaulter, you probably know this. If I'm not going over the bungee or over the bar, I'm either staying stagnant, straight up and down from the box, or I'm going backwards to the runway. The first incident, I went back to the runway. This incident, I was right over the box, and there was nowhere to go. I couldn't go left, I couldn't go right, I couldn't land on the pad, and I didn't predict that I wasn't gonna go over the bungee. I predicted that I was, so I had already let go of the bar at this point, and I look down and all I think is, crap, where do I land? Instantly, I think there's nowhere to land, so I gotta brace for impact. So I put out my arm, and I guess that saved me because I would have hit my head if I didn't. I put out my arms like this, I landed, and as soon as I impacted, my whole arm just goes numb. And like, have you ever been, I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, I was in so much pain, but I felt like I was in shock that actually happened, that I didn't feel it for a minute. My whole arm just felt numb. I felt like I wanted to cry, but I didn't cry. I'm a man. So everyone's like, no coaches saw. Surprisingly, no coaches saw, or they didn't say anything if they did see. But a lot of the runners, a lot of the vaulters were like, oh, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm perfect. But in reality, like, I couldn't feel my arm. And when your adrenaline's kicking, you don't really know if anything's broken. Something might be broken. Like, people get shot and they're like, oh, no, I'm perfectly fine. And then like an hour later, they're like, wait, there's like a hole in my body. So I'm thinking, maybe I'm fine, hopefully I am. So I just go back, grab the pole, and get back on the runway. There was like a line, so I was waiting on the line, and I'm like, my arm is throbbing. Why do I feel my heartbeat in my arm? So I start getting the feeling back, and it's just like pain. So I'm like, you know what, let me get off the runway, let me wait a second. So I'm sitting there, just drinking some water, because I'm like, just trying to pretend like I'm okay when I'm really not. And then I feel all the throbbingness start to leave my shoulder. My shoulder feels perfectly fine. And then it gets to my forearm and up, everything is just throbbing, and it gets harder and harder. And then I get to the point where it's just my wrist up, my whole hand is just throbbing, and all this is fine. And then it gets to the point where it singles out my middle finger. My middle finger was just like throbbing, but eventually time passed and I stopped thinking about it. I was thinking about it, but I was like, you know what, let me get some more jumps in. So I get on the pole, and they just sort of told me, some things to do. I gotta push down my arm. I don't want to get technical right now. I get back on the runway, and I'm like, you know what, Jai, you can't just go out like this. You can't just go out falling. You can't just leave after this. So I go one more time, and I'm running down the runway, and everything's going through my brain. I hate that when you're running down the runway, before you stick the pole in the box, you're just anticipating everything. So I get there, but then as soon as I hit and I go up and I do everything right, it just felt beautiful. And I ended up clearing a bungee that I didn't even know the height of. I thought I wasn't even gonna get near it today, because I cleared 12 feet the previous day on my original pole. So I'm on a new pole, I'm in a new environment, I got new coaches, new friends there, I guess, acquaintances. So I did everything, whoa, it felt right. Everything felt beautiful about the jump. And then, so I turn and everything, even though I've been having problems with turning. This is my body right here. I get over it and I fall back, right? In this motion right here, when I'm going over the bar and I'm looking down, I mean the bungee, I'm going over the bungee and I'm looking down, I didn't believe anything. Like, it didn't feel real. It didn't feel real that I just cleared that. So I'm just thinking like, wow, that maybe that was a height that I've cleared before in the past. It looked a lot higher, but you know, it felt easy. It felt easy. Getting on the pole was hard, but once I actually got up, getting over it felt like a breeze. Felt good. And then I land, I'm fine. I entirely forget that my hand hurts at that point. And the coach looks at me and he's like, how did that feel? That felt good? And I was like, yeah, it felt great. And he's like, that's about 14.6. And I'm just looking at him like, what? He's like, yeah, I predicted you being better than... I was like, really? That's really 14.6? And he's like, yeah. And then I didn't know what to say after that. I just sort of, I looked away, I looked back, and I just laughed. I was like, that's all I could do. 14.6? When I just didn't make it to state because I cleared 12, and that was my PR. 12 was my PR. My official PR. So my new unofficial PR, I guess, because it's on a bungee, I'm just gonna say 14 feet. My unofficial PR is 14 feet. And I don't know. I'm gonna stop rambling now. That's enough of an update. That's basically yesterday. Today is Monday. I went to school, I went to first period. We did basically nothing in first period. There's a lot of testing or something going on, so I just sort of left. Like, there's nothing for me to do at school. I have weight training. I didn't feel like working out with this. I don't have practice anymore, so I don't gotta be at school. And since I'm home, I might as well show you guys some stuff that I set up in the backyard. Come with me. Okay guys, welcome to my backyard. Let me just turn around real quick. It's my house, all that stuff. As you can see, we have a balcony. I'm not actually gonna be working out today because of this right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a PVC pipe. Pretty much what you do with the PVC pipe is you will take it like this, place it up against something or in a box. That is hard to do with one hand. Basically walk and keep your hand straight. This is really hard to do with one hand, but yeah, there's my PVC pipe that I just got. You basically get one of those from Home Depot. As you can see, we have a balcony, so I basically just tied a rope to it, put some tape on it just to not get rope burn. And then what you would do with that is just, you grab right there, top hand right like that, your bottom hand, you grab like that, and you let the rope sit behind your arm. You're basically practicing keeping this elbow bent. I don't know how much you guys can see me. And then you would, oh, there's a wasp right there. Chill. Basically what you would do with that is practice swinging or practice getting inverted, practice all that stuff. I can't really show you guys that today because of my hand. I can try actually. I'll try. Okay. So basically with that, since I can't really use this hand, I just basically use these two fingers to sort of guide the rope, and then I just use my other hand to pull me up. Not pull me, I'm not supposed to pull, just to hold me up. I have a habit of pulling, if you guys have ever seen that. I'll show you guys a picture of me pulling actually. Okay, so I'm actually gonna try to demonstrate one of the things we did using the PVC pipe at the camp, just to kind of show you guys, like, I don't know. I just wanna show you guys a drill that we did. I don't know how much you can see, but we'll see. Okay, that actually hurt. I'm starting to feel soreness and pain in my wrist as well. I mean, I did slam pretty hard directly on my arm. I'm not gonna do my handstands today, even though I promised to do that. I've been doing that. I've actually gotten better at them. Dang, I really wanna show you guys that drill where we did a handstand. Let's say that line right there. I would do a handstand right here with my back facing the line, and then I would turn around whatever direction you turn in the air, and you fall back over on the other side with your feet. I wish I could show you guys that, but maybe next time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Sorry for the boring video, but I just want to update you guys on what's been going on with pole vault for me, what's been going on in my life. So yeah, thanks for watching again. Like and subscribe. Peace. Kind of sucks, but I actually got a hole in the back of my tire. That's what I get for drifting. I didn't know. I don't know if you guys knew, but you can drift in a bike if you go fast enough, but that's what I gotta live with now.